Well, it'll be for the first time since the India-Pakistan war in 1971. 244 districts across the country will echo with sirens, blackouts and war drills. In the light of the Pahalgam terror attack and rising tensions with Pakistan, the Ministry of Home Affairs has asked all states to conduct mock drills to assess their preparedness against new and complex threats. So what should be as part of this exercise or this rehearsal is expected? The drills that include operationalizing air raid warning sirens, training civilians on civil defense aspects, cleaning bunkers and trenches, and testing communication links with the Indian Air Force. Now the aim is to assess, to enhance the readiness of civil defense mechanism across all states and union territories as well. The centre, which is now planning to conduct this exercise across 244 categorized civil defense districts right to the village level. So who can expect when it comes to be a part of these drills? These are district controllers, the civil defense wardens, the volunteers, home guards, NCC, NSS and even college and school students who are expected to participate. Now the basic idea here is to ensure that everyone is prepared and knows what their role will be in case of an emergency. Let's put that out as far as these measures here are concerned. Now, what would be sounded as far as these 244 districts are concerned? There would be air raid sirens that are to be tested. Another measure that will be taken up when it comes to civilians and students are expected to be trained. There are likely also when it comes to protocols of crash blackout that are to be followed and to be practiced, and vital installations to be camouflaged as far as the defense and other vital installations are concerned. And when it comes to the rehearsal of evacuation plans, updated rehearsal, that is also something that will give a big boost when it comes to civilian preparedness and readiness against emergency or any hostile attacks are concerned. So this has been when it comes to the notification that has been issued by the MHA. Now the civil defense call is clear by the government of India that what is going to happen next. Bharat, which is now gearing up for a hostile future, right from classroom to command post, from bunkers to back on beyond the villages as well, every citizen must be ready. The next war won't give a notice, and since most of us have never gone through this experience, what is that we can expect anytime, anywhere, anytime that it could be possible? Let's get your ground report exactly when it comes to the preparedness on ground that will now happen from here on.
So these visuals are you seeing from the Firozpur, Punjab, where a significant blackout exercise has commenced. You can see that at sharp 9 p.m. all the lights across the cantonment area have been switched off as a part of a critical preparedness drill. The blackout drills are organized by the Firozpur cantonment authorities comes amid heightened tensions with Pakistan. The goal is clear: to ensure the cantonment is ready to implement blackout procedures effectively if the event of a war threat. The cantonment chief executive officer has called for a full support from the deputy commissioner and the station headquarters to make the exercise a success. In the visuals you can see that a complete blackout has happened. You can see the situation out there as the blackout unfolds.
Amidst the rising tension between India and Pakistan, in fact, the preparedness is going on here in the international border schools itself. And in fact, in the visuals also you can see that how the schools are preparing themselves. The proper training is given to the teachers and the students as well. So remember that schools located near the LOC are shifting focus toward emergency preparedness. Bunkers on school premises are also being cleaned up, but students and teachers are participating in the regular mock drills to practice swift evacuation procedures. Teachers are conducting sessions so as to how to respond during shelling or any cross-border firing. So here you can see in the visuals as well that if there is any kind of untoward incident, if there is any ceasefire violation, if there is any cross-border firing or shelling, the students in such kind of situation either will have to hide themselves under these benches, or in fact they will lie down over here in such kind of situation. And in fact such mock drills are being carried out on a regular basis so as to give understanding to the students, so that how are they going to manage manage and tackle these particular situation. And let me tell you, just few steps away from this particular classroom is a bunker, and in fact if there is heavy firing, heavy shelling, then in fact at that particular point of time, these all students will be moved to the bunker. So this particular school from where we are reporting right now is a school which is located just few kilometers away from the international border of India and Pakistan. Hence this is very important for the students also to know that how they are going to rescue themselves, how they are going to hide themselves, and how they are going to save themselves if such kind of situation escalates.
Well, Pavit and Pradeep Datta, who is joining us live right now, because Pavit, when it comes to these drills, these exercises are concerned, they are expected to gauge the nation's defense preparedness.
Yes, exactly. Right now I'm in Amritsar, and from past few days we have been seeing that a lot of preparedness activities are taking place across the international borders, because Punjab being the state which shares most of its territory with Pakistan, with the international border. So a few days back, the same exercise, the same mock drill, the blackout drill took place in Firozpur cantonment area, where a complete blackout, a preparedness thing took place, and which was one of the reasons that the cantonment area people were made aware that if warlike situation happens, how they have to prepare for the same, how they have to keep themselves safe, how they have to evade those kind of attacks or those kind of threats, because already we know that a warlike situation, the circumstances are taking place. So all these activities that yesterday the MHA's orders which are already in place are also citing the same thing, that mock drills are important, students are made aware of the same, so that if any untoward activity or if any such
as far as the border states are concerned, these rehearsals will be held across 244 officially designated civil defense districts as well. Let's get you a breaking update. What we are learning right now is that the Union Home Secretary Govind Mohan, who has called for a meeting regarding civil defense around 10:45 a.m. The preparations for the civil defense are being made in 244 districts of the country, and chief secretaries and heads of civil defense from across the country are expected to participate in this meeting via video conferencing. Pradeep Datta will give us information on this meeting that is going to take place. As far as what is being said with this MHA notification, Pradeep, the drills that are being seen as an exercise to actually make the people and the citizens aware also of the nation's defense preparedness.
Yes, Amita, you are absolutely right. Amid escalating tension between India and Pakistan, MHA has decided to conduct nationwide mock drill in which 244 districts where the drill will be conducted. More than 4 lakh workers of civil defense will be roped in for this process, and today at about 10:45 there is going to be a meeting that will be chaired by Union Home Secretary, and through video conferencing he will be connecting with the chief secretaries of different states and union territories, civil defense officials as well as national disaster management officials and health officials will also be the part of that meeting. And during that meeting they are trying to discuss that how this mock drill is to be conducted effectively so that they are able to generate awareness. Let me tell people that there is no need to panic. The idea is basically the country doesn't want the people to be taken off guard in case of any hostilities from across the border. They are in fact trying to prepare them best way for the worst scenario. That's what actually the country is trying to do. See, in this during this mock drill they are going to activate air siren warning, so that in case the air siren starts blaring, that means it's an indicator that enemy aircraft is approaching towards your country, and you have enough time to flee towards the safer places. Already we have seen that in the border areas also how they are making people understand that in case of shelling or in case of artillery firing from across the border, what kind of a standard operation procedure they have to follow. They have to lie on the ground. If the students are inside the classroom, they have to hide under the benches and the desks so that they are not hit by the flying bullets coming from across the border. That's what they have to do. Besides this, they are also asking them to camouflage security installation, because in case of war, there is always a possibility that enemy aircraft will try to bombard security installation to cripple security infrastructure. So that's why the security buildings are to be camouflaged. And more important part is that evacuation process, because there is always a window that in case there is any kind of
something that we are looking at as far as these exercises and mock drills are expected to on part of the citizens, where the government of India has directed the initiation of these series of measures that are aimed at preparing civilian populations and infrastructure for potential threats. Now let's talk about exactly what Pakistan has now been facing, because after shutting the Indus water tap, India is now ready to take the next big step. A high-level meeting between the Home Minister and the Jal Shakti Minister is likely to happen soon. With the Indus water treaty now suspended, India is now looking to revive key hydropower projects, especially in Jammu and Kashmir. The focus now shifts to fast-tracking development of hydroelectric projects to fully utilize India's share of the river waters. So Pradeep, help us understand exactly when it comes to this meeting now is concerned, what could be the next possible step? Of course, when it comes to Pakistan, it is already being left high and dry, and it has already declared an anti-India resolution saying that stopping Indus water would be considered as an act of war, but India seems to be now leveling up with the pressure.
Already we have seen that ever since India has put this Indus water treaty on freeze, the Pakistan is completely rattled. Their narrative, their warning, nuke-mongering, everything is centered around this Indus water treaty only. The reason being that Pakistan is completely dependent on these three rivers, the western rivers, Indus, Jhelum, Chenab. And already we have seen that the Chenab river water has already been stopped by the government of India. That's definitely going to create pressure on Pakistan, and especially at a time when they are going to sow Kharif crop. That's one of the reasons that India is this time making them pay for their sins through these diplomatic and economic measures. But regarding this meeting, because there is possibility of a meeting today with the Home Minister and Jal Shakti Minister C.R. Patil, and during this meeting they are going to decide about how they are going to expedite work on several of those hydroelectric projects, because many of those hydroelectric projects work could not be completed because of the objection being raised by Pakistan as per Indus Water Treaty. We had seen that last time also there was a group from across the border. They had come out to this place. They had raised certain objections because of which the work was stopped and it was moving at a slow pace. Now there are 6 hydroelectric water projects and which are going to generate electricity. And that's not only going to benefit Jammu and Kashmir but also the rest of the country. That we have Savla that will generate about 1850 megawatt power project. Then there's a Pakal about 1000 megawatt electricity will be generated. Then there's a Bursar, then there's a Ratli, then there's a Keri. So all these projects now, the work will be expedited, and at a war-footing pace, the work will start taking place.
So
and because of which
that is expected to happen with the Jal Shakti Mantri, and the focus now shifts to fast-tracking development of hydroelectric projects to fully utilize India's share of river waters as well. That seems to be the focus that may be taken up in this meeting.